Hey, 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 this is Flowy. You go with the flow, you go with Flowy. It's going to be another Flowy reaction day, and we're going to do something different for today's video. This is not about the music, the usual reaction video would do in the past, but this is something personal and I hope I will not get too emotional for this as we react about Britney Spears. My channel will not be a Flowy channel without a Britney Spears content. A disclaimer and a warning. So I'm choosing random contents and I'm not gonna do the long videos reaction. So I chose this one. Let's see. It's from Candice Owens Speaks Out on Britney Spears, uploaded by Anderson for independent artists. So let's support the uploaders channels, guys. And of course, Candice Owens. I love her contents, her commentaries about what's the latest in Hollywood, the scandals especially. Just kidding. But of course, Britney Spears as well. Even if she doesn't release any music at the moment, we can still support her. Just subscribe to her YouTube channel. Let's get 1 billion subscribers for Britney Spears. Okay, so I'm sure this is going to talk about what Britney Spears is going through at the moment, what's happening. So for the rest of you who are not Britney Spears fan, this is the best time for you to get updated of what's up with Britney Spears. So let's watch this video. Here we go.
I spent some time this weekend and finally got around to watching the Britney Spears documentary. It's called Framing Britney Spears. You might have heard about it.
Have you seen that documentary, guys, which was such a trending topic back in the day? I think this was during pandemic. But you know what? Unfortunately, Britney Spears herself didn't approve of this. She doesn't like it when other people talked about her. She wants her story to be told by herself. Even if this, put her in a good light. This was such an influential documentary. I think it won an Emmy or nominated. I'm not really sure, but I love this documentary myself, even if Britney Spears doesn't love it. But don't worry. There will be an upcoming Britney Spears biopic, so that's her time to tell her story in her own terms, in her own words, in her own decision. Free Britney, yes. So let's continue.
I've seen it. There's definitely been a movement that has launched because of it called #Free Britney.
Speaking
I watched
of
the documentary and I was appalled and I was shocked. I felt so incredibly sad for Britney Spears. I really did. Documentary kind of goes back and it shows
that was the true sentiment, guys. And most of the people who watched it, including me of course, felt sad as well. But that's the problem. Britney Spears didn't like that feeling. To summarize, she just don't want to be a victim, right? That's the reason. I cannot blame her as well. That's Britney's side of the story. But for the people, at least that documentary, it's actually very rare. I'm not sure if it's still in Hulu, although at that time there was no Hulu in my country, so where I watch it. But anyway, I love that documentary so much. It's really pro Britney, but again, for whatever reason, Britney was not having it. Even if her closest friends back then spoke good about her, especially Felicia, her former manager. Assistant Felicia, or Fifi. She was there. That was like the best part of the documentary. We reminisce about Britney Spears' good old days. But again, Britney Spears didn't approve of it. But whatever. We'll proceed watching. What is happening? Okay.
how while she was very young, she was manipulated in front of cameras because people wanted clicks. They made revenue off of her. They attempted to essentially draw blood from her to make her upset and to make her cry. Particularly, there's one interview that is given by Diane Sawyer where the entire purpose of the interview is to make Britney Spears sad.
It would test a lot of people. Illness in the family, A breakup, this spasm of publicity about what happened from Mexico to London.
It was pretty rough. Yeah.
What the hell? Who in the right mind would recall all the troubles you've experienced? That's too heavy. Like, guys, all of us try to move on in our life, right? If we experience some tough things in our life, we're not supposed to do a recap of those, downfalls and lowest lows. And here she is, Diane Sawyer, reminding Britney of what she went through, as if she didn't remember. Like, what's your point, girl? They really want Britney to cry on this interview, and actually they succeeded. So I hope they will show this on this clip. For you to see, not for us to enjoy Britney's crying, whatever.
Weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strong Britney. Yeah, it was a weird. Ew. I'm embarrassed. Can we stop this?
To make her cry. It works. She makes Britney Spears break down into tears.
That was so heavy to watch, to be honest. And I don't want to be vulnerable at this point. If, all my friends who were Britney Spears fans, they all knew how we cried during this interview, or even if we watch it for how many years. Because, do you notice, this is so not scripted. I mean, we know how Hollywood works. Like, other celebrities are so prepared if they're about to cry. But with this one, you can see the shift of her facial expression, right? From trying to be tough.
Ew.
And then she breaks down into ugly crying. That's one hell of an ugly crying. And what's the last few words? Can we stop this? Right? She doesn't want to be in that situation. I know Britney wants to be remembered as a fighter. She is really tough. She's really stronger. And then, right, if you are in the right mind, if you are that, talk show producer, or the one who is in control of that interview, they have the option to cut that one, right?
To make her cry. It works. She makes Britney Spears break down into tears as she tells her that there's a parent out in the world that wishes she could shoot Britney Spears.
I really, if I had an opportunity to shoot Britney Spears, I think I would.
She asks, so how does that make you feel to know that there are people that just want to shoot you? The idea was, you're such a disgusting display of what it means to be a woman that there are people in the world who just wish you were dead. And Britney Spears, a very young, vulnerable girl at this time, her career started when she was a young teenager, bursts into tears and says that makes me very sad. And Diane Sawyer looks at her, stony face. She looks at her and looks like she's content, knowing that she had fulfilled her duty to break Britney Spears. It wasn't just Diane Sawyer who participated in this. It was all of society. They wanted to see her have a mental spiral. People loved it. Of course, I was very young during this time. I'm 8 years younger than Britney Spears. And I looked at this documentary and I thought to myself, where were the adults in the room? Why did adults allow this to happen? Why didn't adults say something? Why didn't someone stand up and say, hey, what you're doing here is really wrong, Diane Sawyer. What you're doing here is really wrong, tabloids. You're trying to break the spirit of a young girl. Many can argue that they were successful in breaking her spirit.
Let's read this one. Okay, so Candice was looking for adults. The adults were there. They just want that to happen. And by that, they want Britney Spears to cry. They want Britney Spears to be on the headlines. For that reason, they will do everything to, get cash from Britney through her, those publicity. Bad publicity included, of course. So with this video, it says about she was released from her conservatorship, and she's now free, enjoying it, and she's just living a normal life. Simple pleasure, simple living. And what else? Trying to live normal, that's what I've understood. Okay. Exactly, sorry. I hope you're reading this part as well, but we are trying to understand what happened after the conservatorship, after this documentary. What are the changes on Britney Spears' life? Because those were terrible years, but look at Britney. I admire her strength so much. Very inspirational. That's why I continue to root for her.
And the first main question that you guys have been asking me is, what am I going to do now that the conservatorship's over with? Very good question. Well, let's see. I've been in the conservatorship for 13 years.
Yes.
It's a really long time to be in a situation you don't want to be in. So I'm just grateful, honestly, for each day and being able to have the keys to my car and being able to be independent and feel like a woman, and owning an ATM card, seeing cash for the first time, being able to buy candles. It's the little things for us women, but it makes a huge difference. And I'm grateful for that. It's nice. It's really nice. But I'm not here to be a victim. I lived with victims my whole life as a child. That's why I got out of my house, and I
just mentioned that earlier. But yeah, it's so, it's so heart-wrenching to hear this, right? The things we enjoy as normal people, those freedom, the things she didn't get to enjoy as a huge celebrity, she's expressing it. It's like a luxury to her.
worked for 20 years and worked my ass off. I'm here to be an advocate for people with real disabilities and real illnesses. I'm a very strong woman, so I can only imagine what the system has done to those people. So hopefully my little story, hopefully my story will make an impact and make some changes in the corrupt system. And the Free Britney movement, you guys rock. Honestly, my voice was muted and threatened for so long, and I wasn't able to speak up or say anything. And because of you guys and the awareness of kind of knowing what was going on and delivering that news to the public for so long, you gave it awareness to all of them. And because of you, I honestly think you guys saved my life in a way, 100%. And I know there's a lot of jokes.
What are you talking about, girl? You also saved our lives. I'm trying to hold my tears.
About the Free Britney movement. We're not free, we're expensive. Okay, birdies, I'm expensive too. But anyways, with that said, let's move forward. God bless you all. You're gonna have a good year, good Christmas.
I love this song. This is a rare song. Every day. You will not find this on any of her albums. Is that Monica? On the background, yeah, from the Grammys.
And it starts with you, 'cause you get me through it.
Oh, what happened?
Time this weekend of a young girl.
Mana di ay.
With you, 'cause you get me through it. And every day I'm closer to the shore. I smile a little more, and because of your faith I get closer.
Oh my God, I hope Britney Spears get to watch that video again. She was so empowering, right? When she mentioned about she's advocating after she was freed, my God. But anyway, I would understand if people will easily judge her, especially with what she's doing on her social media. For me, it takes a different level of empathy for you to root for Britney. Because if you have nothing good to say, then, mind your own business. It's not your business to keep judging Britney Spears. For me, as long as she's still alive, because what I'm trying to say is, if you are on her position, or maybe any artist would be on her position, I don't know what they're going to do with their life, but for Britney to just live and go on, I am very hopeful. Although she already announced her retirement, but I would love to believe that's the biggest April Fool's joke. You know what I mean? I don't want to believe it, but I cannot blame her. She needs that long break for her to heal. And personally, her complete healing would start if she will be reunited with her kids again. As of this, video, she was already with her youngest son. That was Jaden James. I think they started hanging out. So I hope Sean Preston, her eldest son, would join in soon. And I'm sure that would make Britney Spears very happy when her sons are with her. She won't care about the rest of the world as long as she will be with her sons, because I think that's one of the reasons why she's still, I don't want to judge her, but obviously there's something happening, there's something going on why we don't see the Britney we used to love. Okay, so guys, again, this is a reminder that we have to be kind to everyone, especially, not just for here's the thing, it's easy for us to be kind to those people who are kind to us, who are nice to us, right? It's easy to reciprocate that same level of kindness, but this is not just about Britney Spears, but kindness should also be given to those who don't deserve it. That's the real definition of kindness, right? And for you to judge on Britney Spears' Instagram, whatsoever, what she's doing recently, like her life, I know it's really highly publicized, but there's something that we really don't know behind closed doors. Sometimes conspiracies can be true, but sometimes they're just rumors or whatsoever. But like what I've said, in Britney's case, it's a very sensitive topic, and we're just lucky that we're not on her position. We're not forced to do things that we don't want. We are not overprotected. We're not told what to do. It's so ironic, right? She's one powerful woman, like the queen of pop or princess of pop. She is on that level, but this happened to her. Again, if we talk about the conservatorship, it's going to be a topic. It's a rabbit hole, but I'm just going to react to what this video covers, okay? So this is a sign of hope. I'm happy I get to watch this video again, even if this is kind of old. But I'm reminded that Britney Spears will really do everything to claim her freedom back. As what she mentions, she will not be the victim of this story. She will triumph. I'm very positive. So guys, thank you so much for enjoying this video with me. I would love to hear your comments or suggestions of what will be the next video that we're going to react. So shout out to all the Britney army out there. We are so loyal. We stick with her. And we're so excited for what's next. For the meantime, let's just wait until she wants to do something for her fans, to the world, right? So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.